So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. What do you think about the formation here, Jim?
Well, I always feel, Peter, that central mid...
Chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. All Black claims comfortably. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that's going up front in a hurry. Well, that pass isn't the best. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Marco Verratti. He's got great vision and passing ability and seems to be able to dictate the play in midfield. He also tends to develop a really good understanding with the forwards and just kind of senses the runs that they'll make. And I'm intrigued to see how he performs today.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Nicely spread. Yamal. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And back to the goalkeeper. Dumfries. Tapsoba. Now, he's got space here. Griezmann! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Tony. No goals as yet. Dumfries. And it's Kovacic. And it's Kovacic. Tonali powering forward here. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now, can they get him away? Out for a throw. Foot in. Dumfries. He's found a way past. Koke. And it's Kovacic. It's a pretty loose pass. Kovacic. Griezmann. Koke. Dumfries. Almost half an hour in now. And Kovacic. And he's had a hit! Early ball out from the back. And it's Kovacic. Koke takes the shot! And that's off target.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
And that's been won straight back. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Kirkchu. Oh, that was vital. He's felt that, hasn't he? No foul, says the referee. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. A heavy challenge. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Knocks it into space. Kirkchu. Oh, that's a fine interception. He's had a shot! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
That's a sharp pass. Looking for options for movement. João Cancelo. And it's Kovacic. Griezmann. Tries to play it through.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Oh, well played, well played. Grimaldo. Now, what about a counter-attack? And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
Empate en el marcador y la segunda parte va a ser apasionante. Hay que salir a ganar. Cambio de jugadores.
And the action is back underway. So neither side has yet broken through. Yamal is onto this. The ball goes in. Tapsoba gets it away. Solot, probing pass. No, that's been intercepted. Cucurella.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for...
And a chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Lamine Yamal deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And it's Cancelo. João Cancelo. He is just caressing the ball. Knocks it out wide. Looking to play him in. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Kirkchu. Nice interception, well timed. Good effort from distance. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
Almost an hour gone. Looking for the run. Not the most accurate pass. Yamal.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Can he finish? He scores! The breakthrough arrives at last!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
En el minuto 63, el dorsal 81. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Plays the ball back. Decent progress down the left. And they're quick to get it back. Has a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Look, they seem set on a tactic that's not really yielding any results. You'd imagine they're targeting a weakness, but they look a weakness themselves.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Okay. Griezmann. Out towards the flank. Anderson. Look at the spin chance! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Looking for a runner. Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
That's good play from him.
That's good running with the ball.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Griezmann. And he's been shifted off it. Can he spark a counter here? And he's had it nicked away.
Might want to be careful there.
There's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Played into space. That's beautifully weighted. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's fabulous.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and Anderson is fouled. Now, this is interesting. He has already had his name taken once. No hesitation, he's straight into his pocket. It's a second yellow card, and he walks. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
And he's whipped it. Oh, what a glide! Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Two minutes to be added on. Great vision. Kimpembe spots it and intercepts. Rodri, what's a cute ball. No luck with that dink over the top. And that will be it. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, I think a draw might have been a much fairer result.